Okay, today at our crafting table, the case for stained glass in art and home decor. According to Domino magazine, quote, stained glass is not just for churches anymore. Domino goes further, saying there is no better time to try Technicolor style in big areas like doors and windows. MarthaStewart.com takes it to a smaller scale, saying stained glass is a 2020 craft trend based on a 127% increase in searches for stained glass tools and supplies. Those searches going in on Etsy. And they are not the only ones looking at stained glass and saying, hey, let's do that. Studio 5 creative contributor Liz Welker has also spotted the opportunities. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
I just told Liz, if we ever build again, I want a big, gorgeous stained glass window in my home. My grandma had one.
Oh my
goodness. A beautiful sailboat representative of our trips to Newport Beach every year.
I love that. It would be meaningful.
What do you think the appeal is? Obviously colors at play.
Colors. I think the pendulum is swinging back. We've had so much white in our design spaces. White kitchens, white homes, minimalist decor. I think it's swinging back to color. And it's a really nice way to bring it in and, I mean, connect it with light. And it's just so nice to have in your home.
You're going to show us some practical ideas. I think the question, would I really do this, comes into play.
Well, when you're technically making stained glass, you're using pieces of glass and some sort of heat to weld them, which I don't want to do that.
Wow.
It's a really specialized skill, but there are ways to fake it. And it turns out gorgeous.
And smaller scale, too.
Definitely.
Kind of taking the a la MarthaStewart.com approach where we can bring small doses into our own home and still get that effect.
Right.
Where are we starting?
Okay, let's start over here. So gallery glass is a way that you can do faux stained glass that's been around forever. I kind of feel like it mimics puffy paint in a way.
Okay.
And you can see through it. So this is a more modern take. So what I'm thinking you're wanting to do if you're bringing it into 2020 is more modern designs. Not your typical, what you see in a church or whatever, your grandma's floral, whatever. Unless your grandma had an amazing aesthetic.
And then go for it. What makes it modern in your opinion then?
Geometric shapes, the color palette that you're choosing, all of that. So this is like, shows you how you could do it in a window. What these are that are faking the leading are just leading strips that you can get at any craft store. They're like a sticker. You peel them off, you stick them on, you can cut them with scissors, and then you use your gallery glass and you just fill it in and it stays on there, and then you let it dry completely, and it's like that. And the great thing about gallery glass is it peels off. I kind of feel like it's like the consistency of a fruit roll-up. So you can peel it up. If you put it on your window and you're like, I hate this, I don't want this, peel it off. We also did the same method. You can get these terrariums at Michael's that are just glass, and they already have like this leading that kind of mimics stained glass. And then just take your gallery glass and go ahead and fill in some of the spots, and you get these gorgeous colored panels. And then when the light shines through, it's stunning.
It's that Pollyanna effect where she's holding the prisms up to the window and the light just bounces. Gallery glass you compare to puffy paint?
Kind of. So here's an example. So they also have a liquid leading that you can do to make like sun catchers. You could make window decals. So this one, I've already done the leading for it. And then you just take the paint if you want to try.
Sure.
And go in on one of the little areas. And you just squeeze them and then just kind of use the tip to mix it around.
Kind of spread it?
Just like that, and spread it. Make sure it's touching the edges of the black. You'll fill it all in. It takes a couple hours to dry, but once it's transparent, here's one that's finished.
That smells like paint. It's got a little bit of a burn.
And here's one that's finished, and it peels right off, and it can stick on glass, it can stick on windows, and you can peel them off. This is fun for holidays too. You could have kids trace a holiday figure or whatever. And stick them on your window for the holidays.
Am I overdoing it, or do you really need a lot?
You want a lot, that's perfect. So once it dries, it's gonna look just like that.
Look how pretty, and then it peels and sticks.
Peels right off.
Actually, with the mosaic window effect, did you actually put it on glass?
I put it straight on glass on that one. But it'll peel off just the same.
Where am I getting pieces of glass? Like a glass shop?
Yeah, so this is like, you can get plexiglass at Home Depot. I took this one out of a 16 by 20 picture frame, and then I attached it to that.
Yes, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Or if you have an old window, maybe this is a way to dress it up a little bit.
I know, I've been thinking about how close together some of our homes are. It might be a nice way to have some privacy if your window looks out into a neighbor's, other window. And you can change it up if you decide you hate it.
Okay, what did you do behind us?
So this is really fun. You could do these with kids if you wanted. All this is clear contact paper and pieces of cellophane cut up. put them in an embroidery hoop, stick them on.
This is so happy.
It's so happy. They look gorgeous in a window. I also like the idea of this for like a wedding backdrop. If you did it for like the colors of your wedding and then hung them from a rod, they would kind of turn and the light would shine through them, and it'd be gorgeous to stand in front of. Any event you had outside, I feel like it would be beautiful, but they're so cute in a kid's window.
I was going to say,
it's so pretty.
This color palette takes it to whimsy, but
absolutely,
if you were to do
change it up,
softer...
change up the shapes, change up the colors, but it's a really, I mean, and my kids had a blast because this is sticky, so you just cut them and then just literally just lay them on there and it's done.
And they've got a lot of colors to choose from.
A lot of colors.
Okay, very fun. Third project is what?
All this is Mod Podge and tissue paper on some glass jars. So we put some candles in them to make them lanterns. This would be fun for like a centerpiece. You could change up the shapes or whatever, do with colors and fall colors and put them on your Thanksgiving table or something. But it's truly the easiest. You paint on the Mod Podge, throw on the tissue paper, and it dries clear, and then the light shines through it beautifully, just like stained glass.
And the paper on the outside, we should point out.
On the outside, very important. You don't want the fire department over at your house.
I love that these give you the effect of the stained glass trend, which is so huge, and also are approachable for little kids. I mean, if my Emmy made this and then hung it in her window, I mean, the pride would be flying so high.
Absolutely.
All right, Liz, thank you so much. You're always sharing projects like this, keeping us up to speed on the latest craft trends.
We are.
On your website, how can we connect?
Yes, so our website is prettylifegirls.com, and you can find us on all social channels at Pretty Life Girls.
You should be following them. Liz and her sister Sam, they're our creative contributors, and for good reason. You're so good at what you do. So thank you for bringing this to the table in an approachable way.